What's up, Dragon Brood? Today, we are taking a look at a Selesnya build, but we're going to play something a little bit different. Not really what you've been seeing on the ladder lately. We're going to try to play it just as a straight-up Selesnya Aggro list. We're not doing anything crazy. We're not doing a bunch of snow stuff. We're just going to take it a different direction and see if some of these other cards that are underutilized can actually work in a deck list together. And I think they can. But, you know, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch to make it happen, but we're going to see. Go in with your popcorn and a soda and, you know, enjoy the show. But for now, we're going to go take a look at this Selesnya Aggro list. All right, so overall, this list is fairly tight, so there's not like a lot of room here, but we think these are the cards that we can get stuff done with. Basically, the goal is going to be to overwhelm your opponent, play some pretty versatile cards, play cards that get bigger, and also give yourself some options post-sweeper. That's kind of the other thing here. So we're going to play 4 Usher of the Fallen. I think you've seen these probably in the white aggro small decks go wide situation. Just spare a Sentinel just to make mana and make things a little smoother. Let us ramp a little faster. 4 Luminarch Aspirant because, again, you know, we're playing an aggro deck with white, you're probably going to play this card. 3 Inscription of Abundance. We're going to be leaning on this card pretty heavy as it's our main removal card in the deck. Then we have 4 Ranger class, just to be able to keep pumping our team. Like I said, we're trying to grow things and make it a little more difficult for the opponent to deal with stuff. Then we have Werewolf Pack Leader, also fantastic. We're not going to turn our back on this card and get some free cards, or easy cards anyway. Elite Spellbinder, really kind of to gum up the works for your opponent, slow them down a little bit. Really, though, more than anything, it's being able to have a flyer that can come over the top or battle dragons as we can grow the size of it. Speaking of which, Maul the Skyclaves is going to help us do that as well, having first strikers, also being able to just have a larger creature. It's going to do a lot for us in this deck, possibly even could be playing 3 of them, truthfully. Then we have Redain, God of the Worthy. This is kind of trying to take advantage of so many people playing Snowlands in Standard 2022. I don't know how important it's going to be, but I'm at least playing one and taking a shot at it. Then we're playing some Kazandu Mammoth, just extra mana, but also a reasonable sized body. Then we're going to give a chance to the Battle Mammoth. You know, just not so much because of the ability to get to draw cards, but it's a thing that tramples, you know, because we don't have a ton of trampling in the deck. And if you have stuff that can just keep getting stuff bigger and bigger, you really force your opponent into some tough blocking situations. That's what we're hoping things lead to with the Battle Mammoth. And then because we're playing green-white, it's kind of hard not to want to play Drizzt, especially when we're going to be able to have bigger creatures that may potentially die and pump this up. It double strikes, it gets us 2 bodies. Like, there's a lot going on with this for 5 mana, so we're going to really hope to take advantage of that. Then as far as lands go, we're playing 6 plains, 9 forests, 4 Arctic Treeline, and 4 Branchloft Pathway. So nothing too fancy there. It is 23 lands, even though we do have mammoths in the deck. It's possible we could end up switching those out by the end of the video, but we'll see. But for now, this is what we're going to play. As usual, we're going to play these games, and then at the end, we'll talk about things we would update to this list or change, and then I'll have a card spotlight for you. Well, we're just going to see what we can get in against this unaware mushroom. Alright, does our pack leader live? That is the question of the moment. The answer is Negator. I guess we're just going to run out a string of them, because why not? Hunt for specimens, sounds good. Go and find something to kill a pack leader. Guess the good news is if they do that, they're going to leave shields down for at least 1 turn. So, nope, they're just going to get more tokens. I guess they figure hell with it. We'll just block everything. Then what are you going to do? And that's a good question. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But they actually wanted that token still. Wish one of those wasn't a tapped land. I really wanted to be able to cast 2 things this turn. It's rough when this deck has this much mana and can't do multiple things. Okay, so let's go with this duder. Actually, do I want to? Yeah, why not? You may want to counter that. Was that a poison the cup then that's over there? Huh. Okay. I mean, I'm assuming one of the wolves is dying. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, was it just going to give you that one, opponent? Come on now. Loth it is.
I will get what I want.
This is interesting. So I can turn this wolf into a 3, 4, 5, 6. That's pretty bonkers. Still get a card. Still threaten Loth. They can block with everything and then make tokens, but then they sweep the board next turn, and that kind of makes us feel bad. But I guess we got to do it, huh? Level. Level. Gonna put the counter there. We're going to attack. We might as well just... If we do this, they can't really split blocks. I mean, they can't dedicate to the wolf if we do this without letting Loth die. But we're going to make... it doesn't really matter, though, because we're going to make this big enough. So they'd be able to split there. How do I feel about this? Alright, we're going to attack. It's just a matter of where we're putting these. If we make this a 5, then everything has to block that. Which, I guess, is a scenario worth dealing with. Okay, so they're not going to block that way. Fair enough. Alright, so it looks like their plan is sweep the board and then keep Loth. Okay. Oh, you know what? This stupid thing has trample. What? I'm an idiot. I could have killed Loth anyway. Well, I say that. I guess it would only been... It would have been another power less, so maybe not. But I can do it this time, because I'm not going to be stupid twice. My mama didn't raise no dummy. Though they could have a removal card down. That's a different problem. Question is, do we just make a big aspirant and let them trade for that? I think we put 1 on the wolf. At least make that somewhat more enticing. Two, 4, 6. Yeah, we got to make it big enough that they can't just gang block it. Okay. Sure. Sounds good.
A pity our time is over.
Okay, a lot of triggers there.
A gift of my will cannot be denied.
Oh, we already played a land for the turn. Okay. I kind of don't want to play the other ranger class here yet. In case they have a sweeper, I'd like to have an additional creature. Because I have a feeling this is just going to be... Oh, actually, they don't have enough land. I was thinking they were going to Blood in the Snow and get that back, but they actually don't have the ability to. That works just the same. Let's just do this first. Play that just straight up. Alright, so now we got things to fight with again. Targeted removal at least gets us a card, which is one of the benefits of the Battle Mammoth. And that little thing doesn't do a whole lot blocking a Mammoth, so that's also good for us. Let's level up this one. And then we will attack. Might as well just put them both here. Put one there, I guess, for sport. In case the Battle Mammoth gets hit. It did not, however. And they didn't go get a card to remove the Battle Mammoth. So that's concerning. Alright, we'll level this one. We'll play our free one. And probably just end the turn. Okay, Sciences gives him 11 life. Yeah, I was like, what are we doing from here? Well, we'll keep this. I think the plan here is to play Arctic Treeline turn 1. Actually, not necessarily true now. We'll play Despair Sentinel and hope it lives. It does! It does live! This is some aggression for real over there. And then we'll go ahead and play that. I'm probably not blocking a Fireblade Charger just yet. Not till I have mana open and can protect a creature from the bonus damage. Especially with our mana being a little shaky at the moment. Okay, they didn't want us to take something from their hand, which is probably something like a Showdown of the Scalds if I were just guessing. What do we do here? I feel like the answer is... Play this and then attack? And see how the opponent wants to block? Alright, seems good. I mean, they can see our hand, so it's not like there's a secret here. I mean, it kind of sucks, but we were sort of forced into the play based on the circumstances. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Well, I mean, you know we have another Ranger class. Okay. Fair enough. Our goal here is just draw mana then. Untap lands. It's mana of sorts. Yeah. Alright. And we'll attack with just this one. If you want to trade, I'll trade. Please don't be anything scary. Thanks. That's unfortunately kind of scary. Okay. Well, I was gonna do something else here, but the directive has changed. Actually, do I attack with it? Nah, I don't want to trade that just yet. Just one attacker. Okay, well then, we're going to get in there with these two. Okay, well, if we can find a land, we'll have 5 to finally play the Spellbinder. Or we could just level up a... Ooh, this is gonna hurt. So that's 6, 7, 8. Would put us at 8. Ugh. Now the question becomes, what can we do? I mean, we obviously have to chump block one of them, but... I guess we'd have to draw an aspirin or something here. Okay. Good draw from the opponent. Nothing we could do about that. That is not going to give us the keys to the city. So what are our outs? Actually, I think we're just dead. Yeah, we're just dead because we can't play this efficiently. Opponent's at 11. They could still chump block and then kill us. Yep, GG's. Yeah, we were just behind in that one. We just got beat. Alright, this is a pretty solid hand. See you later, Lawrence. Alright, we're gonna rock with this and see what we can do. Don't kill our Sentinel, please. They always want to kill it. I don't blame them, because I always want to kill them, too. I guess we get to see how much removal they have. Apparently, it's all of it. Here comes another. Nope, nope, that's just Shale. That's a card you don't see too often. Oh, okay then. I guess this is just what we're doing. Sure. Just so we can maximize the attack damage we're getting in. I mean, we're going to end up losing 1 just to this anyway. So we're probably going to end up just keeping the aspirant. Which is mostly fine. No blocks. Alright. We shall attack with both. Both them, as they say. I mean, that's 7 if you don't block opponent. Like I say, it's a big no block. But here it dies. They can get it back. So I sort of understand why they're doing what they're doing. We're going to roll that out there. And then we're going to start getting cards. The Spellbinder's probably just going to kick the bucket. Because it's the least valuable member of the team. How good are the creatures in this deck when Spellbinder is the least valuable card? You're like, yeah, Spellbinder, you can go. Like, you've done the one thing you were here to do. Like, that was a no hesitation kill on that. Opponent's at 14. Alright. Yeah, I was just thinking I could pump, but it's not quite enough to get things done here, so I'm kind of alright with it. In the turn, opponent's at 11. They're going to get their creature back, that whole thing. I think, though, the goal here is going to be go ahead and sacrifice Aspirant. Pump the wolf, use that to fight that, and then we'll just pump on our next attack if nothing else happens. Choose all 3. Put counters there, gain the life, target a creature I control when I don't control. Oh, well, that's nifty. Never mind. I will not be pumping here. Hope they didn't draw something that's going to devastate us. Good thing is -3/-3 is no good. All right. Yeah, we'll keep this. Hopefully we'll get an untapped land somewhere along the way. If not, we'll probably just play this on turn 3 and then just make a token if we're lucky, assuming things live. But we at least have plans to do with all of our mana every turn, which is what we do like, when we have plenty of things to do with the manas. We're just going to attack, not make a 1/1 here. Mostly because depending on what the opponent does, there's a possibility we may want to pump a Ranger class next turn. So I'd also like to just have that out there. Or if they don't do anything, maybe they have a land come into play tap, then we just start getting to go wide. Ah, they had their own Ranger class. Oh, well this changes things. This complicates the situation a little bit. Because I kind of sort of want to play a Spellbind. Actually, you know what? I'm willing to attack both of these in and just make the opponent choose. I'm fine with this. And just say it's on you. You don't block, fine. We get 4 damage in. We're happy with that outcome as well. Okay. So they won't have all the Blizzard Brawls, so that's cool. You could play another Ranger class. A Shia's not hitting the board anytime soon. You could have a Cobra, which would give you 2 mana to also do a Ranger class, which is kind of poopy. We don't want that out there. You'd only have still 1 green mana unless you drew 1, though, so we're kind of... Cobra is actually the scariest thing, but if we take this, then they have Cobra and nothing, and we don't really care about that. So I'm going to take the Ranger class. And just say, cool. You get your Cobra, you can Cobra and fight something, and that's fine. I'll just accept that. Oh, they found a green land, though. That hurts. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. They'd still have been better off playing Evolving Wilds here, actually. They actually did themselves a disservice, actually. They would have been definitely been better off doing that. Yeah, that's fine. We could block here. This actually creates a little bit of scenario, because now they will be able to play a Shia next turn, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But if we block here, then they are forced to block and not play a Shia, or they just have to play Eska's Chariot. But they don't really have a way to block a flyer still, unless they want to fight something, and they still don't have the snow requirement. So, no blocks? I mean, I say that with the utmost confidence, as you can tell. I wonder if I actually should have... Well, no, because I wouldn't be able to play the Drizzt the next turn. I think I just want to play Pack Leader. If you're going to block something, block the Usher opponent. Alright, so they're just going to take 7. Alright. Cool. I mean, if they draw another snow land and then they fight something, I mean, oh well. I can't do anything about it. Part of my logic here, though, was with them having nothing to fight flyers, it's just like, well, okay, you know, we'll just keep coming over the top. You're going to have to do something. And we already know we could play something that makes 2 blockers for a Shia, so we're not worried about that. Yeah, you found the Blizzard Brawl, like I said. We knew that was going to be a possibility. So now you play Chariot. Yep. Makes sense. I mean, how confident are you, opponent? That's what this is all about. Gonna counter up on Cobra? Alright, I'm gonna take 7. Because if we can find... I was like, man, if we had an inscription... Ooh, if we could have found an inscription. That would have been so good. But we didn't. So now that creates a different problem. We didn't get the inscription. Opponent's at 7. We can attack with everything on the ground. Get a card. We could keep them from playing the Ashaya. Then we're also only at 10. So that could be bad too. The opponent's going to be attacking with everything. We'd have one blocker. Unless we play the Drizzt. But then we're also having to deal with the Ashaya after that. And that's a problem. Oh boy, what do we do? I feel like if we attack with everything, there's a chance they make the Chariot. The Chariot blocks the pack leader. Then they take 4. And then we have this. If we attack with just a pack leader, we could pump. But I don't think that's what we want to do either. I think... all of this feels bad. All of it. None of it's good. All right, let's do this. I mean, if they draw their land, they're going to have what they need anyway, so, I mean, we can't really sweat that too much. No attacks. But we can get into a scenario here. Let me go ahead and level this. Where we could possibly attack and pump this for enough next turn. Because we can make that a 6 with trample. So there's a few scenarios here we're going to have to work through, depending on what the opponent does. Because they might think it's okay to go ahead, attack with the Chariot and something, force us to chump block. Then they're planning on blocking with their creature. Oh, they had a Blizzard Brawl. Oh, that's actually awful for us. That might do it. Yep, that was pretty bad. I think that puts us in a losing scenario here. Yeah, opponent, just activate your creature land and attack with everything. I think that's their best plan here. I don't think we can win now. Yeah, even if we'd have played Drizzt, I think we would have been in bad shape. Probably worse shape, actually, because they would have played a Shy and still fought something. So, like, yeah, we didn't have a real out here. Wow. Okay, I guess this is what we do. I mean, I'm not sure what other solution there is. We're only at 6. Oh, Battle Mammoth, you are late. I wish you'd been around to get us some cards earlier. Okay, I think we're still dead, though. Activate that. Attack. We block, block, block. Well, we're at 2. 1, actually, depending on how they split their counters. Yeah, we're pretty much dead. Not sure what we're going to have here that would matter. All right, extra mana. Yep. Doesn't really change much. Yep. Like I said, I think we're dead just the same. So I'm not going to sweat it too much. We can go to 6. Yep, we're dead. I was going to say, just let attack happen. We're dead. I was like, there was a lot of ways we die. We'll keep this. Forsworn Paladin, all right. Part of me kind of wants to fight the Forsworn Paladin, which feels a little greedy. But I think I'm going to wait. Because if they don't do anything, then I guess we can fight it during their end step. If their plan is just to, like, make mana. And then we'd also have access to the Spellbinder next turn. But we'll see. Because it probably also looks a little suspect that it didn't at least try to attack for one if it wasn't going to do something, right? Against their 1/1. So I get that too. I don't blame them for setting that up the way they did. The blue dragon's kind of sweet. I don't know if how many of these I've seen around. Oh, so it's kind of like the red one, but just blue. Same mannerisms. Alright, so they're not going to make treasure. Is their plan to sacrifice it? Pump it? If they pump it, we're definitely going to fight it. So, okay. Sure. It's a rare circumstance that this sequence of cards happens. I appreciate that it did, but definitely not normal. Oh boy, Acereric, Scourge of the Skyclaves. These don't do anything right now. Yeah, I guess. I mean, you can play Scourge of the Skyclaves. I mean, Acereric, I guess. Yeah, we're just gonna attack. I like what they're doing here, though. See where they're going. Because I considered if there was something you could be doing with Scourge of Skyclaves. I think you could do it with the, is it Warlock class, maybe? You could do some things with that. Yeah, I'll gladly take the life loss there, let me tell you. We'll put this in, tapped. We'll attack. We'll make a deuter. I guess we'll play this. If you have a sweeper, you got a sweeper. If not, they're just playing a Scourge as a 1/1 to block. Alright, Acereric's gonna do some work here. Each player loses 2 life unless they discard a card. You know what? You can have a forest. I'm not that interested. And then we got 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Don't quite have enough. Need to wait. Need to find another... Well, that does block as a 1/1. So that's a thing. Okay. Get the attacks on. Make another deuter. I'll hold this in case they make us discard another card. Because I don't know if they are playing some type of sweeper. It's possible. I guess we could have made it messed up, right? Because they could have had that as a blocker and some kill card. And they would still be alive. They'd only be going to 1. Alright, Acereric completes a dungeon. Oh no, they need one more. Each player loses 2 life unless they sacrifice a creature, an artifact, or a land. Yeah, sure. Now, I'm going to assume that's it now. Because we know Acereric doesn't do anything. Yep. Okay. We need some lands to make this draw better. Playing against that deck, that's not going to be good for us. All right, we really need some lands off the top, or I don't know how we're going to win. Yep. Okay, we at least get to fight a thing. So that sort of worked. Oh. I tried to choose too much. There we go. Let's do this. I was wondering why I was looking that way. There we go. All right. So, I mean, now we have a chance to get it big enough that if we can draw another land, we can maybe get Usher in and something. That could be an option. We're going to probably have to fight a Valkyrie here now. We didn't draw land for that. This is tough. I mean, no lands. We're still trying to find a way to get things done. All right, they gain 1. Back-to-back Valkyries. Ooh, Pyre of Heroes. That's unfortunate. All right. So if they're going to Pyre up, they're going to lose the one thing they have, and then they're going to do the slow growth. Nope. Okay. Finally, we can do some other things. Question is what, though? I guess we're going to try to go over the top. At least if they draw an angel or something, we could pump, or get an angel, we could pump that. Alright, let's get rid of that, because 2 Pyres don't do much for you. And if they have to spend more mana to put the other into play, we don't care that much. Man, I am working hard here trying to make this happen. Those inscriptions were clutch. Alright, so they're going to double Pyre, so they can just ramp. I can appreciate the effort. Okay. Put it on the Spellbinder. So opponent wants to ramp here. Okay, so... Actually, I should have done that pre-combat. I was thinking I was going to do something else. That's actually a mistake, too. Man, I've been making all kinds of mistakes today. Oh, well. At least we'll have a creature big enough to punch through, I guess. Regardless. They are going to gain at least a couple of life here, though. Go get another Valkyrie. Okay, that's actually not the worst thing for us, believe it or not. We can... If we make this a 4, opponent just double blocks. But then we don't really care if they do. And then put a counter here. Then they could block there safely. Take 9. Yeah, that one attack, they'd have been at 10, plus these would have been bigger, so that, I mean, it makes all the difference in the world. Though we could give them an option where they can block, and then they can sack one of these and get Aura, and then they can sack Aura and get one back. That would be relevant. I think we do this, though. I mean, we already goofed it up, so we just put the opponent in the position and say, cool. If you gots it, you gots it. All right. I'm pretty sure we would have been able to take the opponent out this turn, though, had we done it the other way. That sucks. They did find another small creature. It's literally a 1 mana thing. If they'd have found a 2 mana thing, it wouldn't have been as bad. Yep. So now they aura, go get Drana and something probably. Yep, Drana's going to gain 4. Question is, do we still have enough here? Yep. All right, so that actually did work. I mean, I know we've been leaning so hard on the snow things because honestly, Blizzard Brawl's a damn good Magic card. But I think this opens up stuff a little bit more to go a different way if we want to. Now, seeing how the deck played, I think what I would end up doing is removing the Kazandu Mammoths altogether and probably the Redain to make room for another Maul the Skyclave and possibly even, I would say, 3 Apparition, because just having that extra little bit of removal would have been pretty good in a couple of games. So I think that would actually balance the deck out pretty well. And then also probably even removing a Jaspera Sentinel and taking out one of those Arctic Tree Lines, and then going ahead and playing 2 of the creature lands, probably the Cave of the Dragon or whatever it is, and going that route. I think that's probably going to be pretty good for us. Then that'll give you a little bit of long game action as well. But overall, kind of surprised me. Played a lot better than I thought it was going to. Now for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about the original Elf Lord and Elvish Champion. And this is a card we probably won't see again because, again, it has Forest Walk and they're trying to get away from land walking stuff and even stuff that probably gives it to multiple creatures. But man, this card was so good, and it's still good in a lot of formats now that gets played. And even saw a huge jump in price back around February, where you're having a hard time finding these for under like 15 bucks now. In some places I even see them over 20. So I don't know what happened or what the market did, or maybe even just some cards that came out that made people get excited about elves again. I don't really know. But yeah, this is a pretty sweet card, and this was a card people got tired of seeing after a while back in the day. Like, this card, super good if you're an elf fan. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, that will be down in the description below, along with links to our streams, to our Discord if you want to come by and hang out, to so many other things. Just check it out. Do yourself a favor there. And also, if you got this far and you haven't hit the like, the subscribe, the notify, take a moment to do that now. I'd really appreciate it. That stuff y'all do really helps out, really helps the channel be seen. It doesn't seem like much, but it really goes a long way, and I appreciate it. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.